country. And it's wonderful to welcome so many here. I want to say, first of all, a special thanks to every member of Team Cheney who is here in the audience. And to tell you, our work is far from over. Among the many, many blessings that we have as Americans and as individuals and as human beings, the blessing of family is surely the most important. And so I want to thank all of my family and pay a special tribute to those who are here with us tonight. My mom and dad, Dick and Lynn Cheney, and my husband, Phil. And 4 of our 5 kids are here. Katie and Gracie and Philip and Richard are all here tonight. And Elizabeth is starting law school today, so we'll have another generation carrying on dedication to the Constitution and to our freedom.
Now, did you hear what she said? Out of 5 children, 1 of them are at college right now, learning to be a lawyer. Going to go fight for democracy for the next generation of people, our children. That's what I'm saying. It's a revolving door with these people. Their children come into government and they screw our children, our future, and they don't care. Liz Cheney talks about God and everything else, and she ain't worth a damn. She cares less about God. All she cares about is what's in her wallet. Now, she came in over $7 million, and apparently she went and got a little bit richer, like $36 million. From $7 million to $36 million, if I'm right. But she made a lot of money since she's been in office. That's all she cares about. That's all they do care about. They don't care about the CRT, documentation they do to your children, the illegals that come in here, the starvation for the lack of Similac babies. She just doesn't care. All she cares about is getting rid of Donald Trump. It's not about democracy. It's about what she gets paid to talk about. I'm glad she got kicked out of office. You know, she's done. Whatever she wants to do, that's fine. But stay away from us. She'll probably get paid by another corporation that wanted the law changed, and she voted for it. And now, because she did a good job, quid pro quo, she's probably going to be working for a big corporation, making all kinds of money. They never hurt. They're always with the elites, and they screw us little people. And this is what's going on. Her patriotic is shit. That's what it is. She could care less. So we'll see what happens from that one. We'll go to the next one.
A little over a year ago, I received a note from a Gold Star father. He said to me, "Standing up for truth honors all who gave all." And I have thought of his words every single day since then. I've thought of them because they are a reminder of how we must all conduct ourselves. We must conduct ourselves in a way that is worthy of the men and women who wear the uniform of this nation, and in particular of those who have given the ultimate sacrifice.
They use us soldiers as guinea pigs. They could care less about us military people. I've never seen her at a veteran administration. I've never seen her trying to help a veterans administration. I've never even heard her talk about a veterans administration or soldiers. That's why we have these other organizations, because VA hospitals don't help veterans out. Like 2 Tunnels, DAV, and the rest of them. She could care less. It's just an act, a dog and pony show to sound good in front of everybody. Inside her heart is pure blackness. Because if she's any good, she would have helped us out. And she didn't. All she cared about was Donald Trump. Donald Trump. They all do. Even the Rhinos. And I'll tell you something. If we do get back the House and Senate, we still got to get rid of Biden, because he can veto everything they want to put in there. But these Republicans better start getting some backbone or get rid of them. Because I'll tell you, our Constitution was doomed to fail in the first place. When you get crooked people in here getting paid off by the corporations. It's our corporations that are paying off these people who are actually running America. It's not these people here. They're just the puppets. It's the corporations that are doing this. So they can get richer and we get poorer. Now let's go on to the next clip.
This is not a game. Every one of us must be committed to the eternal defense of this miraculous experiment called America. And at the heart of our democratic process are elections. They are the foundational principle of our Constitution. 2 years ago, I won this primary with 73% of the vote. I could easily have done the same again. The path was clear. But it would have required that I go along with President Trump's lie about the 2020 election. It would have required that I enable his ongoing efforts to unravel our democratic system and attack the foundations of our republic.
Well, you get people like this guy here, Joe Manchin, who sold his soul for 30 pieces of silver. That's how much he cares about American people. Just like Liz Cheney. And her dad was no different, Dick Cheney, when he shot that guy in the face. They're just elites. They don't know anything about us people. They were born rich. They don't know nothing about anything other than what they're told to do. Well, we Americans suffer. Now, I don't know about you. When Donald Trump was in, I was happy with the gas prices. I was happy with the food prices. I was happy to see businesses start opening up again. And as soon as Joe Biden got in, prices are getting high. Businesses were losing them. Baby formula, like I said, is scarce. It's just everything going wrong. We're beginning a war in China. Look at Ukraine, Russia. Our military is not strong anymore. China's going to beat us hands down, and they're buying property of China's in America like crazy. And the government's allowing them to do it. And she's worried about Donald Trump, not worrying about us. Just to tell you purposely that, I'll tell you the truth, she's just a piece of shit. Liz Cheney is. And I'm trying to refrain myself and really what I think, but people, you got to start waking up. If you don't, you're going to lose America. You're going to lose everything you had. And like I said, their generation, the rich, the elites, the Congress, they're going to come up, start running the show. And you know how they're going to be. Total communists. We got to get rid of these people. We got to start getting good American people in there. Not rich people, good American people. Someone who cares about this country of ours. Someone who knows how it is to work. My God, you're going to have a food shortage in a while because now we don't have fertilizer to get our crops to grow. And this is, she cares about is one thing, Donald Trump. Don't care about anything else. We're in a heap of trouble, America. All right, let's keep going to the clip.
That was a path I could not and would not take. No House seat, no office in this land is more important than the principles that we are all sworn to protect. And I well understood the potential political consequences of abiding by my duty. Our republic relies upon the goodwill of all candidates for office to accept honorably the outcome of elections. And tonight, Harriet Hageman has received the most votes in this primary. She won. I called her to concede the race. This primary election is over. But now, the real work begins.
The real work begins. In other words, she's going to be an activist against our democracy, against America. If these people would hurt like American people do, they wouldn't do what they're doing now, but they never hurt. They act like dictators to us. They're nobody. They're nothing at all. All they are is rich people that have power. But they're nothing without us. Nothing. Look at the amount of crime that's going on in our cities today. Rape, robberies, and they're just letting them go. They get arrested and it's just a revolving door and they go right back out again to do the same thing. They don't care. And we Americans let them get away with this. And all they care about is Donald Trump. They don't care about anything at all. The only thing they do care about is their family and them. And their friends, the elite. The ones that just make deals upon each other. Have the best foods, the wine, the best insurance on our tax dollars. Not to mention security. the best. What do we get? We get shafted. Now they want to take our guns away and take our money away. 87,000 IRS people. Wonder why, people. Think about it. Let's go to the next clip here.
The great and original champion of our party, Abraham Lincoln, was defeated in elections for the Senate and the House before he won the most important election of all. Lincoln ultimately prevailed, he saved our Union, and he defined our obligation as Americans for all of history.
Just like Kamala Harris, trying to run for president. She was the first candidate to be kicked out, or she just quit. Now she's a vice president. Wow, look at her now. Fantastic choice. You know, these people appease other groups, the one percenters. It doesn't matter what you know. It's either your color, if you're gay, you know, if you're a wheel that's squeaking so much, they don't care. They don't pick the good people, the smart people, the people who care about America. They appease the one percenters. And you can see it with Kamala Harris. Everything she talks about or someone talks about her about, she laughs and giggles, and you don't get no answer from her. She's terrible. She's just as worse as Joe Biden. And Nancy Pelosi's no better. America's just about had it. You people of America are going to be in turmoil. And I can see it coming, just as sure as I'm living right now. And if you keep voting the same, people in, you're going to be in trouble. Start voicing your opinion. Start telling these people what to do. Kick them out. Go after these corporations that are socialists, communists, big corporations that pay these people off. That's all it is. It's just money making. It goes back and forth. Do me a favor, I'll do you a favor. I'll pass laws for you if you help me out for donations. That's all it is. And they screw the American people. And without us, they wouldn't be as big as they are now. So think about it. All right, let's go to the last part of the clip here.
Gettysburg, of the great task remaining before us, Lincoln said that we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, and for the people shall not perish from this earth. As we meet here tonight, that remains our greatest and most important task. Most of world history is a story of violent conflict, of servitude and suffering. Most people in most places have not lived in freedom. Our American freedom is a providential departure from history. We are the exception. We have been given the gift of freedom by God and our founding fathers. It has been said that the long arc of history bends toward justice.